Everybody, how you doing today? It's Chet here from Keenan like Keenan. If you checked out my last video on the DJI Action 2 camera, okay, you'll know that there's two different cameras. There's one that has a battery module that comes with it, and the other one has basically a front-facing screen, which is like a monitor basically as well. I really like these cameras. I like the things that you can do with them, and after I made that video I was kind of thinking of what kind of pieces that I could put together to basically use for it, you know, as everyday use. And I came up with a little setup myself that I really like, that gives a little bit of flavor to what I like to do and how I like to use the stuff, so I want to share it with you. So let's go check it out. Okay, so first things first, you're going to need your DJI Action 2 remote control extension rod. The extension rod here is where you're going to mount everything onto. It's got a tripod, as well as it has a remote that comes off, so you can basically walk around with it, have it in your pocket. You want to take some photos, you want to have a group photo, you don't have to not be in the photo. You can be in it with the remote. That's pretty cool. Be in every shot with everybody around you and have a great time doing it. Then from there, you're going to need the Ulanzi PT3. The 3 stands for the 3 cold shoes that are here, and this is basically so that you can attach a receiver or light or any other kind of accessory that would need a cold shoe mount to use it. Then you also need your DJI Action 2. Now, you also need this mount. This here comes with the monitor module kit rather than the battery one. It doesn't come with the one that just has the battery, so you'd need to get the dual screen kit to be able to use this. Okay, well, you could purchase it on its own, but it comes with this and it snaps together like so. Then the last thing, you're going to need the Hollyland Lark Max microphone kit, which is the transmitter as well as 2 mics. With all these things together, you'll have the perfect setup, as well as a USB-C to USB-C to connect this to the Action 2. Okay, so first things first, you're going to need your DJI Action 2 remote control extension rod. Okay, so you got that there. You're going to take your Ulanzi PT3 and you're going to just connect those together. And you got that together like that. Still pretty small, still pretty compact. Then you're going to take your Action 2 mount and you're just going to screw that on as well. And you want that till it's snug and tight. I like everything to kind of be aligned, and this in the front, so that way you can turn it up and down, so that if you have it sitting like this, the camera will be up like this and you'll be able to see it. Then from there, take your Action 2, put it on, make sure it's locked in, make sure both clips are clipping it together so it's nice and sturdy, nice and tight, all set to go. Then you take the Hollyland Lark Max, put it in the cold shoe, okay, perfect, ready to go. Take your USB-C cable, stick it in here, and stick the other one right into here. So it's all put together. Okay, that will give you everything that you need right there. And then your receiver, you can just basically put here or put a lavalier on it and attach it because it's got a magnet there. And then from there, you'll be able to basically talk into this and have your selfie stick and everything put together. Extend it out so that it's just there, and you'll be able to have everything you need to make a great video, or take it on the go, have it set up, put it down on a table, have a group of people, take some photographs. You'll be able to tilt it other ways as well. So the top module, if it's just by itself, it is waterproof, so you could be by the beach, have the waves coming over, and you'll be able to take some great photographs. The extension rod is not waterproof, so be very careful about that. nor is the mics, but I mean, you can do a lot of different combinations with this. It's very versatile, which is the reason why I like this setup a lot. Okay, so if there's anything else that you're looking for, you can take off this, put a light on there if you're in a dark area, just to give yourself some extra light, because these cameras don't do very well in low light conditions. Okay, so you want to make sure you have the things that you need with you, and you can get very small lights that you can connect to this stuff. But all in all, it's a great setup. It's very compact, and you can do a lot of stuff with this, which is why I like this setup. And it's so small. I mean, as you can see, like this together is basically a foot high by 4 inches basically. So when it's all taken apart, it's a very, very small, compact package that you can carry around with you. Okay, just something to think about when you're looking at gear and you're looking at stuff to, you know, if you're traveling and whatnot, and you want something very small that you can take with you. Much easier to take this than it is to take, say, a camera or something along those lines, which is why I like the setup a lot. With the setup, I said you need the Hollyland Lark Max mic. You can use any mic system that you want, basically. The reason why I bought this one was because it was a lot cheaper at the time when I purchased it than the DJI. It was like $100 difference, so I decided to try this one out. You could use the DJI mics or whatever transmitter to mic system that you wanted to. That's totally up to you, okay? Now, one other thing, that when I did the video on the DJI Action 2 cameras, I actually used the mics on the cameras. I didn't have another lapel mic or anything like that, or lavalier mic connected to me. Everything came from there, and it had a little bit of, I guess, reverb or whatever on it, so it wasn't that great, which is why I had watched a few other videos and remembered that I could connect an actual transmitter to the Action 2 as well, and be able to have a different choice of using mics to get the audio that I wanted to have. So that's kind of a great feature to have, that has mics built in, as well as you connect other peripherals as well to it to basically get an extension out of it for other pieces of gear. Now let's do an overview. You have the DJI Action 2 remote control extension rod. This is your tripod, as well as the extension rod, so that basically you can use it like a selfie stick. And you have a remote, so you can press on and off, you can take photographs, and you don't have to be exactly in front of the camera. I like this thing because it's very, very small and compact. I don't think there's really a con with this. It's pretty nice. There may be cheaper ones on the market, but I like this one for what it is. Then from there, you got your Ulanzi PT3, okay, it has the 3 cold shoes on that, so you can connect different devices to it by sliding them in and locking them into place. This is a nice little piece of gear. It wasn't very expensive, and it just makes this do a lot more than just be a selfie stick, basically, okay? From there, you've got your mount. This is essential because obviously the Action 2 sits on it. And that comes with the kit that has the dual monitors, and that lets you be able to move everything around. And the essential part, the Action 2 camera. This camera is great. It's got a front screen for it, so that if you're doing selfies and vlogging, you'll be able to see everything. And it also has a screen on the back, so if you're taking photographs or you're taking videos of something in front of you, you can look at it that way too. They clip together. Make sure these are both clipped. I don't see any cons with this. I like this thing a lot. This one module on its own is waterproof, so you can get a lot of really cool shots if you're at the beach, doing different things, throwing in a glass of water, as you'll see in my previous video. They connect together, and then from there, they connect onto here. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Everything that you need to get yourself started, and that this can be moved around whichever way you want it to. So that's a pretty good benefit, as well as you've got your receiver here that can sit on the cold shoe. It gets connected to the USB-C on the side of this, which is convenient. I know DJI's mic, it has a little piece like the DJI Pocket 2 that basically connects to the transmitter and can just sit in there, and it can kind of dangle around. I'm not a fan of that just because I'm clumsy and I'll probably break the thing at some point in time. And then of course you have your mic that you can put on here. I really like the Hollyland mic system. It's one of my favorite. It comes with a case. I did a video on that as well, so if you haven't seen that video, please check that out as well. But all in all, it's fairly compact. You can walk around with it and put it in your jacket pocket, and it's got everything that you really need. And you can obviously take this apart and basically have different parts of it set up when you need it for whatever you're doing, as well as the DJI Action 2. When the whole thing is put together, it's got four mics on it, so you don't actually have to use this. I use this because obviously if you're talking into it and you're farther away, you'll be able to get a lot of different footage that you wouldn't get if you just had that mic there, right? So all in all, great setup, easy to use. So just so you know that this video is not sponsored. I purchase all this stuff myself. You know, I kind of geek out on tech every once in a while, and I like certain things that I put together. So I wanted to share that with you. If you did find this video beneficial, if you could like and subscribe, would really help out the channel a lot. And you have a great day.